So, everybody from Scotland who is black, are y'all from Africa? Let us know. Because now
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Verse or Belly Dirt channel. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I'm gonna be your today's host, and I have so many statistics to put up here, and we are gonna come out to talk about it. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
So, everybody from Scotland who is black, are y'all from Africa? Let us know. Because now I'm starting to see videos. And I had to delete a couple of people. I had an African person that sat there and literally put their business in my comments, and I had to delete that out. Ain't no soliciting over here. You don't get no free promo.
Y'all heard what she said? One black Scottish tried to promote their African restaurant in her comment section. She deleted the comments because it said African restaurants. The moment they find out that you guys are Africans, they will switch on y'all. That's who they are.
Where you from? Put that down and tell us how you really feel, so we can go ahead and unfollow you as well. See how simple this is? Just like we bring it up, we can bring it back down. Because we know we are powerful people.
Black Scottish people. That is the true face of black Americans. Don't let these people play in your faces, okay? They don't like Africans. Send them back over here in America so we can keep on taking care of them the way we've been taking care of them. These people are hateful. They trying to use y'all against us. Literally.
Those Africans gonna try to take y'all culture. They're gonna try to say they created everything. They're gonna say if it wasn't for us, there wouldn't be no black Scottish people. Do not let them try to erase who y'all are to that land. They're trying to take the shine from y'all. Even the Africans that's moving to Scotland are trying to take the shine from the people that been in Scotland before the Africans even fled there. One thing I like about my black Scottish people, y'all have great comprehension skills. Y'all are nothing like them Africans. Incorrect. But most definitely those Africans. Y'all have a different root from them people. Y'all ain't nothing like them Africans.
Just in case you don't seem to understand what you're looking at, this is what we call an FBA, okay? Foundational Black Americans. That's what they call themselves. We call them fear of being Africans. It's a xenophobic group that has no other goal but attacking Africans. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that these black Americans are not worth your time, okay?
Let them Africans speak for y'all.
I truly believe the American education system is absolutely awful. African Americans claiming they're not Africans, look, we don't care. We don't even want you there. To be honest with you, you are a headache when you're back in the continent. I just came back and I cannot honestly tell you, most of the African Americans I met were pretty decent, but some of you were just a nightmare to deal with. But let's come back to this whole thing of you giving advice to other people in their countries and what they should believe, and Africans being the threat. My friend, actually you're not my friend, but your ancestry is Africa. And the country you're holding on to so tight doesn't want you. They're trying to send you back. Think about that.
But let me tell you something. Do not let them Africans speak for y'all. Okay? Those Africans gonna try to take y'all culture. They're gonna try to say they created everything. They're gonna say if it wasn't for us, there wouldn't be no black Scottish people. Do not let them try to erase who y'all are.
Imagine calling yourself a first world nation, right? First world nation, and you're just finding out about the black Scottish people. This is why we think your education is a joke, bro. What makes you first world even is not the brains, right? God damn, because now you're out here sounding like you discovered a new species, right? You think you just discovered a new species of people, huh? Talking about don't let what Africans do what? Do you even know? Do you even know where black Scottish people come from? Do you even know? Just one research you will not do, like even just what, you know what, let me help you out. This is where they come from. So you're telling us not to talk to us. That's what you're doing. You're telling us.
What's going on TikTok? How y'all doing? How you doing? Check this out. Check this out. The Black Scottish is the trend right now. Shout out to my Black Scottish people. We knew about y'all. We just kind of forgot because y'all be in your own lane. Y'all be chilling or whatever. We read about y'all, the black people of Scotland and everything, okay? So I just want to say that salute to y'all. I'm happy that y'all connecting with the Black Americans. Salute. But my Black Scottish people, I want y'all to listen to me. And listen to me good. I know you've been seeing the little diaspora war that's been going on different apps, on TV, wherever you see it. I know you've been seeing it, but let me tell you something. Do not let them Africans speak for y'all, okay? Those Africans gonna try to take y'all culture. They gonna try to say they created everything. They gonna say if it wasn't for us, it wouldn't be no Black Scottish people. Do not let them try to erase who y'all are to their land, okay? Do not. These Africans are trying to, how can I say? They're trying to take the shine from y'all, okay? Even the Africans that's moving to Scotland are trying to take the shine from the people that been in Scotland before the Africans even fled there, okay? My Black Scottish people, please watch out for them. Y'all, and one thing I like about my Black Scottish people, y'all have great comprehension skills. Y'all are nothing like them Africans, okay? Y'all are nothing like them Africans and Caribbean, but most definitely those Africans. Do not let these Africans speak for y'all, tell y'all history, or none of that. Because they're going to try to tell y'all history and Africanize Black Scottish people. Do not let them Africanize you. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I get it. I understand the history. I understand the certain roots. But y'all have a different root from them people. Y'all ain't nothing like them Africans. Anyway, salute. Please, Black Scottish people, please listen to me. Please.
For a whole other nation that I have nothing to do with, because this discourse about Black Americans finding out about Black Scottish people, right? It was cute, it was funny, I laughed. I was like, do you know what? When I was like 15 and I met my first Black Scottish and Black Irish person, I met my first Black Irish person in uni. I was 19. I was like, what the hell? There's Black people there? Like, it's cute, I get it. But when it gets weird, when it gets fucking weird, is when it gets switched around and they're made to seem like they're native to the Scottish land and that they shouldn't speak to other Africans and don't let other Africans influence you. And like a simple Google would tell you that these Black, British, Scottish people are exactly the same as those in London that you are talking shit about. And the same Africans that are in America right now, we all came via mass immigration all the same way. We're all from the same countries as well. I find it really ironic that some of the videos I've watched, this is why I shouldn't watch TikToks in the morning, because it's 7 o'clock and I'm fuming. Some of the things that they're saying is that we're obsessed with Americans. No, it was cute at first. But when the conversation switches and it becomes about, again, Africans and Caribbeans and how we shouldn't allow them to we shouldn't influence them and don't let them Africans is what I'm hearing constantly as I scroll through my fucking FYP to influence you guys. Obviously, we're going to get involved because, again, it shows again that the American education system is it's stupid. Like, what did you guys learn in school? I just don't understand. Like, did you also know that Scotland is part of the United Kingdom? Like, we all have the same passport, you know? And it's funny because now the Americans are crying, saying everything's going left. Why do Africans need to get involved? You guys made it weird. If we're going to be realistic, you guys made it weird. You guys made it about different cultures. You guys started talking about Africans and Caribbeans. We just laughed and said, do you know that they're African too? Because there's been clearly the biggest discourse happening over the summer about Black Americans and Africans and Caribbean immigrants. So obviously we're going to tell you, do you know that these people are the same people that you've been dissing? Duh.
This is a giant PSA for all of you guys. Put some respect on Black Americans and our culture, okay? Because if it wasn't for my Black ancestors, y'all would not be here right now.
Black folks did not sit in a room somewhere after the Civil Rights Act and we're like, you know what? maybe we should put an embassy in Congo. No, they reformed their foreign policy because they needed to have their hands on other people's countries. So when they sat in that room deciding where they were going to put an American embassy, they were not thinking about the Civil Rights Act. They were like, no, 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 we need some of these minerals. Let's create relations with these countries. They got diamonds over there in Botswana? No, 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 we need an embassy in Botswana. They got coltan in Congo? No, 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 we need to be in Congo. Put an embassy over there in Congo. You see how it happened? That's the reason why all these people from all these countries can come here. You cannot come in the US without going to a US embassy. So the real question is, why did the US feel the need to put their embassies in all these countries? Listen, I'm not taking anything away from Black Americans. I'm not taking the civil rights importance away from Black Americans. The Civil Rights Act is literally the reason why we all can benefit from equality here in America. That is true. But when you start using that as a weapon to attack other community, it becomes a problem, because following that logic, I can also say, if it wasn't for Haitians, you wouldn't have Louisiana. I can also say, you know what? If it wasn't for Congo, maybe you guys would be speaking Japanese right now, because it is because of the uranium taken from Congo by the US government that they were able to make the atomic kaboom, which literally made y'all win the war against Japan. What I'm trying to say here is that we've all have participated one way or another to what is our reality today. So one person trying to claim that, you know what I've done is more important than what you guys did, it's literally a false argument. Respect is earned, okay? Nobody's gonna come here and just start kissing your feet. We ain't got no problem with Black Americans in general. We don't. We're cool, but we have a problem with the xenophobic segment within your community that you refuse to address. And these people are out here harassing Africans and everybody else. As long as you think it's okay to have xenophobic people within your community because you don't address them, as long as you think that's okay, we're not gonna be okay.
Do not let them Africans speak for y'all. Okay? Those Africans gonna try to take y'all culture. They gonna try to say they created everything. They gonna say if it wasn't for us, it wouldn't be no black Scottish people. Do not let them try to erase who y'all are to that land.
Delusion. Delusion is all I can say.
What we are seeing unfold right now across TikTok, Instagram, and even Twitter is another round of what people are calling the Diaspora Wars. This time is centered on an odd and frankly disturbing attempt by some foundational Black American voices, what they call themselves as FBA, to pit Black Scottish people against Africans. The language being used is not just divisive, it's xenophobic, is historically inaccurate, and it carries the same old undertones we have seen in these online culture battles. A fear of being connected to African, an obsession with identity gatekeeping, and a weaponization of trauma. Let's break it down carefully. The central claim being made is that Africans are trying to erase Black Scottish culture. The speaker insists that Africans want to take credit for everything, that they want to Africanize Scotland, and that somehow Africans moving to Scotland are stealing the shine from Black Scots who were already there. This language is rooted in scarcity thinking, behind believing that identity is limited resource, that if Africans claim any cultural contribution, Black Scottish identity will be diminished, but history doesn't work that way. Cultures blend, interact, evolve, and yes, sometimes clash, but the idea that Africans are attempting some sort of identity theft is simply unfounded. more dangerously, it reflects a deeper narrative being pushed within certain FBA circles. The idea that Africans are the enemy, this narrative isn't new. It's been around for years on Black American social media, often tied to frustration with immigration, with economics, and with a lack of political power. But instead of directing that anger at the systemic structures that actually hold people back, it gets redirected toward Africans who are painted as opportunists, invaders, or culture thefts. Now let's address this notion of Black Scottish people. Who are they? How do they identify? Scotland has a long but often overlooked Black history. Black presence in Scotland goes back centuries, through colonial trade, through soldiers in both world wars, and through more recent immigration. Many Black Scots today are of Africa or Caribbean descent. Their roots, directly or indirectly, trace back to Africa. So when someone claims that Black Scottish people are nothing like Africans, they are deliberately erasing that history. The reality is that Black Scottish identity is not separate from Africa, is a branch of the same tree. Yes, it's shaped by Scottish environment, culture and history, but the roots still Africa. The idea that Africans are other while Black Scots are some distinct race of their own is not only inaccurate, it's harmful. It attempts to create a wedge where there doesn't need to be one. Let's be very clear here. This is a textbook FBA historic. The script always looks the same. 1. Claim Africans are trying to steal something, identity, culture, history. 2. Insist that Africans are untrustworthy, that they are not our people. 3. Elevate FBA, or in this case, Black Scottish identity, as superior. 4. Encourage hostility toward Africans who migrate or who interact with diaspora communities. This pattern is what makes FBA not just an identity label, but a xenophobic movement. It isn't simply about pride in Black American heritage. It's about defying that heritage by excluding and attacking Africans. And now, they are exporting that hostility instead of just limiting it to Africans in the US. They are trying to infect Black Scots with it, telling them don't trust Africans, don't let them tell you your history, don't let them Africanize you. It's division dressed up as empowerment. The same people shouting Africans are not us. Africans nothing are nothing like us are also saying without us there would be no Africans in Scotland. That contradiction exposes the insecurity at the heart of this historic. On the one hand, they want to reject Africa. On the other hand, they want to claim a position of centrality in African stories. Even more contradictory is when they say the country you hold on to doesn't even want you. They are trying to send you back. This is directly at African Americans who do visit or move to Africa, but what it really shows is resentment. Resentment that the African link still exists. Resentment that no matter how much they reject African, the world still sees the connection. That is why some have called FBA fear of being Africa, because the entire movement is built around that fear. Fear that accepting African roots will diminish their identity. Fear that embracing Pan-Africanism will erase their uniqueness. Fear that being Africa is somehow less valuable. What worries me most is not just the historic itself, but how it functions as divide and conquer. Throughout history, colonial power survived by turning African groups against each other. They divided tribes, they withdrew borders, they elevated some while oppressing others, and here we are today watching descendants of enslaved Africans and descendants of African immigrants being turned against each other, not by colonizers this time, but by their historic from within. And when Black Scots are told you are nothing like Africans, that is a colonial mindset at work. When African Americans are told Africans don't want you, that is the same divide and rule logic. Just recycled through social media is heartbreaking because both groups face real challenges. Racism in the UK, racism in the US, economic struggles, lack of representation. But instead of finding solidarity, energy is wasted fighting each other. Let's talk about Africans in Scotland today. Nigerians, Ghanaians, Somalians, Eritreans, these communities are part of the fabric of model Scotland. They contribute economically, socially, culturally. Yes, they open restaurants. Yes, they bring their traditions. That isn't stealing shine. That is multiculturalism. That is community growth. The complaints that someone promoted an African restaurant in the comment section that this was seen as offensive is absurd. How is celebrating your food, your business, your culture an art of aggression? The fact that this was seen as a threat shows just how fragile this historic really is. To Black Scottish people who may be hearing this, be very careful because what is being pushed on you is not love, it's manipulation. These voices are trying to draft you into their war against Africans. They want to use you as a shield to say, see, it's not just us, even Black Scots don't like Africans. But the truth is, your history, your lineage, your future is tied to Africa whether you acknowledge it or not. Denying it doesn't make you stronger, it makes you weaker. It cuts you off from allies, from shared struggles, from solidarity. Don't fall for it. At the end of the day, is bigger than just one viral video. It is a part of a trend where diaspora communities are encouraged to view each other with suspicion, and every time that suspicion grows, the only people who benefit are those who already profit from our division. African Americans are Africa, Black Scots are Africa, Caribbean people are Africa. The sooner we accept that reality, the sooner we can stop wasting energy fighting each other and start directing it where it belongs, against racism, against economic injustice, against the systems that keep us marginalized. So when you hear these voices saying, don't let Africans speak for you, don't let them tell you your history, don't let them Africanize you, understand what is really happening. That is not empowerment. That is fear talking. That is insecurity disguised as pride. That is division disguised as solidarity. And the antidote is truth. The truth that we all are connected, no matter how much some people want to deny it.
And if you watched up to this extent, don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovelies, why not just share your thought? Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.